about to go downtown.
Downtown, hey!
Downtown. You about to go downtown.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and welcome, guys, to another week's episode of Downtown World. Don't waste no time with negativity. Now, I'm truly so excited for this conversation today because I feel like this queen checks off all of the boxes of just like everything I want to speak about, downtown world, eat fruit, mind your business, everything. So if you are listening, you do not have the privilege of seeing this beautiful queen in front of me, but if you are watching, you already know we have special guest, founder of Nourishe. Yes, okay. I was like, please tell me I said it correctly. Of Nourishe with us today, and that is Kristin Bauer. And I am truly excited to have you with us, Queen, because your products were introduced to me through Alex Marley. Shout outs to Team Cat, everyone, love you guys. And we were talking about our love for showers. Kind of weird, but if you watch the interview, you'll get what we're talking about.
I watched the interview. It was a great interview. I was like, I learned so much. I had a blast.
Thank you. But we were both like sharing our love for showers, and he shared with me that he used diamond soap. And I was like, I need that to be a part of my life. Me and my boisterous self, just like not expecting that he would really give me what I was asking for. And I am triple blessed because I also get to speak to the founder of this beautiful product and much more, which we're going to discuss today. But welcome, Kristin.
Thank you so much for having me. Yay. I'm so excited to be here and to chat about not just diamonds in our face wash, but all sorts of really cool things connected to skincare, to the holistic ways we take care of our body, and also how we can be our own facialist, have the most beautiful, magnificent skin forever with our own hands. And then are you and I going to do the little facial massage together?
So
can you do that?
So today I can't fully do it, but I can definitely like take out the products, and if you're okay with still doing the tutorial, I can definitely like.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And I do promise, and I'm saying it here on the podcast for everyone to hear, so hold me responsible, but my word is my bond. I have a full plan of giving you all the social media tags in the world using these products and just showing people the real results, because it's not a gimmick. This is not Fashion Nova. This is like true health and beauty. So
yay, so excited. So yeah, so I can show everybody and demonstrate how to do this little 2-minute massage that I teach in the morning and at night. It might be a little longer when I demonstrate, but this is the most powerful thing that I teach people for their skin. I remember in skincare school, which was like 23 years ago now for me. I remember that.
I don't believe it. You look great, girl. You look amazing.
Thank you. I just turned 40. I tell everybody every day how old I am. I love it.
You look amazing. You look great. Like, seriously.
Kat's laughing hysterically because she already heard me say it 30 times.
Why not make it 40?
I'm 40. I just want everybody to know it. I made it. Here I am.
Celebrate that. Celebrate it, because as women, we go through so much, and so, like, wears and tears on our body, our soul within, like everything. So your company, Nourishe, is so needed. And being a woman of 40, I feel like when you think of Estee Lauder and companies of that nature, it is older. I don't want to say older women, but more mature women, because 40 is definitely not old, but more mature women that it, like, you can see. I'm looking at your skin, guys. There's no effects. There's none of that on Zoom. Skin is just glowing. So
I have no face makeup on. The only thing is I put on a little mascara.
I believe you, because literally you could see it when someone is eating and applying things to their skin that are from the earth, like your products, that will truly help you to have that inner glow that we should naturally have.
Yeah, we'll rock it. And I changed it. I like to say, instead of saying getting older, I like to say just like getting more awesome.
I thought, ooh.
Yeah.
More awesome.
As we get more awesome, these are the things that we learn, incorporate in our lives.
Yes.
And then we teach all the little mini goddesses coming behind us.
That's me. Teach me, Kristin. Like, we are here to learn today. So first of all, I know I kind of said, but I definitely do want to give you your flowers for just being a queen entrepreneur and starting your own business, because a lot of women don't get the opportunity. And on top of that, to have something where it's truly giving value to us in the world. So thank you for that.
Thank you for the acknowledgement. That's so sweet. I appreciate it.
Much, much, much do. So what would you like to get into first? The 2 minute facial
Well, I was
massage?
thinking, what if I tell you how I learned all the stuff that I learned and tell
We
you kind of
can,
like history in the
yes. Yes,
world?
I was like, maybe, I don't know if we want to start off by calming everyone and then get into the interview, or we could do it either way. So I'm okay with that. So I want to ask you a standard question here that we do ask at Downtown. Don't waste no time with negativity. Is what is the situation, Kristin, where it was definitely negative? No questions asked about it. But you found a way to rise above and chose not to waste any time with negativity.
So that actually is a big part of my skincare journey. It's funny. I had an injury when I was 2 that caused a lot of physical effects in my body, a lot of autoimmune disease and just organ breakdown. So I experienced my life, through my childhood and my teens, as just a lot of like being in and out of the hospital, not being
Yeah.
super healthy, not feeling good a lot of the time, and even through my 20s. And definitely the typical experience that I think kind of started to manifest in my reality was a little bit of being a victim. I felt like I was a victim of my health, a victim of my physical body. I was 1 year, I missed about a whole year of school. I was in and out of the hospital. I had to have surgeries. I was on a lot of medication, and I wasn't able to do the things that everybody else was doing. And I wasn't able to, enjoy life. And so I think that for me was like a pretty negative time.
Yeah.
And the belief systems that I constructed about my health and about my body were also very negative, because I was just kind of continually putting into the universe that I wasn't good enough. And so I just kept manifesting more of not having value, not being good enough,
Yeah.
not being healthy enough, my body giving out on me, and things like that. And that was kind of the reality that I was bubbled into until my late 20s. It wasn't until I was 29 that I all of a sudden was given the opportunity to shift my perspective and see that everything that I was experiencing in my life was actually a gift. Maybe there was some karma to clear. I don't know, whatever people believe in. Like, I think maybe, we come here for a soul journey, I think. And I think part of my soul journey was to find my health, find my beauty, find my purpose, find my passion, and not have anything be a hindrance, but instead like have all of these things have taught me something so specific and valuable that they brought me to where I am now. And that was the best education I could have ever had. You can't pay for that in school, those life lessons.
Yeah. Wow. That's
So
beautiful.
yeah. And that's how I became who I am for myself. And that's how I became who I am for this holistic cosmetic world that I really want to influence, for people to find their own beauty, find their own health, find their own magic, and teach kids starting young. Like when kids get acne, this is an amazing opportunity for them to take a look at what they're putting in their body, their thoughts about their body, their thoughts about their health, what they think about their value, if there is something going on with their skin. And most of them are taught, you got to burn it off, peel it off, you're ugly, you're not good enough, whatever it is with this acne, you got to just get rid of it, no matter what the cost is. Give them the opportunity to say, okay, my body is telling me something. Our skin is a reflection of our internal health and our internal thoughts. So my body is telling me something is out of balance. I am not a bad person or an unworthy person because of this. I am a person having a human experience, right? We all have stuff.
Exactly.
And so how amazing for these kids to be able to say, okay, I'm going to look at my diet. I'm going to look at my emotions. I'm going to look at the people that are around me in my life. I'm going to look at how I take care of myself. This is the perfect time for them to start practicing self-care, self-love, and also becoming our own intuitive healers, like taking away certain foods and things that are known to be inflammatory or can be sensitizing for the body. And then slowly, just like learning how to get the diet very clean, get the thoughts very clean, create beautiful affirmations. Like when we look in the mirror, like what do we say about ourselves? What things do we entrain our mind to keep reproducing in our reality? And then to be able to say, okay, I'm going to add this one food back and I'm going to see how I feel. Or, I'm going to take away this one self-care practice. I'm going to see how I feel, and start to be able to learn how the body can be our beautiful and magnificent guide as to what works for us and what doesn't. We're human. Not everything works for us. Some of us have specific diet restrictions. Some have sensitivities to certain things. And so like we all have this opportunity to practice that. And I really want to be a role model for kids to be able to have the opportunity to start practicing that experience when they're in their teens, that things start to shift in their physical form.
Yes, that is so truly important, because as you were speaking, like there's a whole lot of things that were going through my mind as you were speaking, but it's so true, because when I think back to when acne first started for me, when you think about the relationship one has with their skin, that is such a crucial time. And I feel like a lot of us could say we weren't really, especially of Caribbean descent, we weren't really taught anything. It's just direct that to your, you have to change your pillow. Like there wasn't no real, like, it was just soap and water, to be honest. So, and even the soaps that we were using, it wasn't really Irish Spring, just typical soaps that would be around or affordable at those times. And you're reading my soul a bit, because I feel like everything that you said about your 29th year is exactly what I'm going through now. And it is my 29th year. And I'm turning 30 in September. And everything you said is how I feel, what I feel I'm experiencing. And I'm like, yeah, like, yes. And as I said, a woman that is 40 is letting me know, go ahead, queen. It's all part of the process. Yep, this is where you're at right now. Right on schedule. Like, keep going. You got it. You got it. Who was that person for you while you were at that age?
It was me. Totally me. So I'll tell you how I got there. And then we can kind of go from there. So like I said, I was really sick when I was young and through my teens, and in my 20s, I basically like survived life, a lot of like caffeine and stimulants and things
Right.
to really like just
French cabbage, French vanilla every day. Oh my God, horrible.
I know, right? Yeah. So that was my life. I was just drinking coffee all day long. And so, like I was pretty unhealthy. Like, I thought I was a healthy person. Like I thought I've been healthy my whole life. And then I look back and I'm like, wait, what? I don't know what's going on.
I can see my bones. I'm healthy.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, I shop at Whole Foods. This is perfect. I'm so healthy. So I basically was seeing no progress in my physical experience. Like, in fact, my health was like kind of declining as I got older. And when I was 29, so at this time in my skincare practice, I worked in the plastic surgery industry. So I did pre and post for plastic surgeons. I did lots of chemical peels, and I was, working with all sorts of synthetic products and, pharmaceutical grade skincare products and things like that. All of my clients were having peels and laser and Botox and fillers and, facelifts and not to say there's anything wrong with that. I'm just like, that was the world that I was in.
Yeah.
And I started to really see that like, there was something a little off in that world, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. At the same time, I decided, okay, I need to be healthier. And so I'm going to go to the jungle. I like this opportunity to go to Peru, to sit in the jungle with a curandero, with a healer. I'll take you. I will totally take you.
I will go. Passport ready.
Yes. Okay, we're going. I'm so excited. We're gonna have the best time. And so I took myself to the jungle, and in 10 days, my life changed. First of all, my physical health started improving like the 4th day that I was there. Yeah. I was like a different human being. Second of all, I got to see the emotional connection to all my illnesses. I got to see how they were perfect for me to have this experience in my physical form that I was having, and how I had the opportunity to shift it when I really was ready to shift it. And that it wasn't going to say like, okay, in 30 days, you're going to be healed. In 10 years, you're going to be healed. But it's there. Just that I knew that the possibility was there was profound, and that it was all in my mind. And I was in control of everything. And that it wasn't that I could just change my mind and get rid of it, but that there was still lessons there for me to learn.
Yeah.
And what I could ask myself and support myself in was learning these lessons in a gentle, graceful way. They didn't have to be so aggressive anymore. And so that was all me, like the guide is really, like I was working with this beautiful tribe, and, and being away from, cell phones and electricity and work and life and all these things, and just meeting myself, meeting that true inner guide that was there all along, but I didn't hear because chattering and yelling and screaming over it was this other, like whatever energy in my head, the ego, some people might want to call it, just being really loud and aggressive and not giving that internal guide the opportunity to guide me. Yeah. And that was me. That was the true me. And so it was so amazing. One of the things that happened is that I was not able to have children. I had major issues with all my reproductive organs. I was perimenopausal by the time I was 22. I had terrible polycystic ovarian syndrome. I had about 40 cysts in my ovaries every single month that they would do an ultrasound. Wow. And somehow in the jungle, they healed my infertility. So surprise, my little magical star baby became a thing like about a month after I got back from the jungle. And I was like, whoa, first of all, I've never planned on this. What do I do? How do I eat? How do I dress? I was like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So I bought this book on how to eat when you're pregnant, how to take care of yourself. And in it was a personal care chapter. And it brought to my attention the most profound thing that I have ever experienced. It spoke about your shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, body wash, toothpaste, mouthwash, perfume, face creams, body creams, everything that you're putting on your body. And I thought, remember, I shopped in Whole Foods, so I was healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay, well, let me just like go and count all my ingredients. So I got all my things, and I counted anything that was synthetic or toxic or not natural. And I was putting 393 toxic or synthetic or non-natural things on my body that had side effects listed. When I was looking up these ingredients in my book, these side effects were not cool. It was 383 before 9 o'clock in the morning. I was doing this to my body. Yeah. So I was like, how am I going to make a healthy baby here with just before like 9 a.m. It's all these chemicals. Yeah. So I had the best bathroom fridge ever. Apparently I had so much stuff in my bathroom because I threw 3 garbage bags of stuff away. Yeah. And I started making everything, my shampoo, my deodorant, my toothpaste, my body wash, like everything I started making. And it was great. It was just this beautiful opportunity. And when I went to work, I was mad for a minute. I was like, I don't understand how nobody spoke about this in all my like education. Right. So I got over that. I went to work and I was doing chemical peels, and doing all these like really aggressive, invasive things to my clients. And I just thought, you know what? In good conscience, I can't burn people and to make them more beautiful. And I had seen that I had been on pharmaceuticals my whole life and had just a decline of health. And I was in the jungle for 10 days working with plants,
and look at the huge difference.
And my life changed. So I knew plants were so much more powerful than I ever realized. So I couldn't find anything on the market at that time that was really going to be equivalent to chemical peels and Botox and fillers.
Yeah.
So I bought about 500 plants. I turned my kitchen into a research and development lab.
Love it.
I started making stuff in my kitchen. It took about a year. And I
developed playing any games a year.
Oh no, girl, I was not messing around.
That is amazing.
I needed to change my practice. Hi, brightness. I I needed to change my practice. And if I couldn't tell my clients like, hey, we're going to shift, but I can't give you the same results, like how was I going to keep them?
Exactly.
And yeah, so I knew that, and I knew it was possible. I knew it was out there because remember, all of a sudden in the jungle, I had the opportunity to hear that inner voice, that inner guide. And I just knew nobody needed to tell me anything. There, like, it didn't matter what anybody
Good.
else in the world thought because I knew what was possible. And I must have done this in a past life because as soon as I started to tune in, there was things that I knew how to formulate that are not traditional herbalism. They're very, very different. And there were things that I already kind of knew how to do. So there was a little bit of magic there. I'd say definitely had some past life energy pop up. And so I came up with these 12 philosophies and formulas. We still to this day use these philosophies in all of our products that we make. I can tell you a few of them. But basically we just develop these really powerful formulas plus these really cool techniques, which I'll teach you one of them. I'll teach you two of them today. I'll teach you the massage and I'll teach you how to wash your face. That's a really good one. And to combine just really empowering people to know that their most magnificent, beautiful skin is accessible from them. You don't ever have to go to someone or pay someone or, wait for someone to give you your beautiful skin. It comes from the inside.
Wow.
So some of these philosophies I'll tell you, I think they're really cool.
Let me ask you this, Kristin.
Yeah.
Before we get any further, because I love this, right? But I wouldn't be I wouldn't be me if I didn't ask you this, right? What is your background?
So I wanted to be a doctor. So
like your like my family background is like Jamaican. I am Canadian. What is your background?
German. I'm
German.
all German. Yeah.
That's so ironic because one of the interviews that I like had today, literally the guy was raving about Germany and how like as a Black person, like how he just felt so much love out there. Amazing, right? But I do want to ask you because, as I said, I wouldn't be okay if I don't ask you this, and I'm sure you get this along with the journey that you've been on, right? Where it's just like, for me, some of the things like it wasn't completely foreign to me, and you've watched Alex Marley of incorporating certain things in a diet or life that I've learned from my mother, grandparents, and people that have, I guess, more of an old school mentality. But for you growing up, like, what was that like? Because I don't know what it's like to grow up in a German household, right? So is like having ginger tea and things like that a part of like maybe something that the seniors would teach the younger generation? Like what is, if you don't mind me asking, just what does that look like? Because I know people, I love your story so much, but a lot of the times when we really go back and look way, way back, there was something so early then that was even hinting to the full circle moments that you're having now. So just what inspired this? Because was everyone in your house like somewhat intrigued by holistic lifestyle and being in tune with your spiritual, like all of these things,
It's interesting. I'm kind of like a little bit the black sheep of the family. As far as food goes, we grew up eating like a ton of meat, a ton of bread, a ton of butter, and alcohol. And none of those are in my body now.
Yeah.
My family, my immediate family, like my parents and my brother and my sister-in-law, they follow like a very strict religious viewpoint on life.
Okay.
And so I grew up being raised in like a very organized, structured religious viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very earthy, very spiritual. Now I personally I practice with some of the Native American nations. I do a lot of work in South America with the Bolivian, Brazilian, and Peruvian styles of, like working with the earth and things like that. And so a lot of the stuff that I really believe in now actually just didn't fit into my family culture.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a lesson right there. Like, sometimes you got to just be really clear on what doesn't really work for you to be empowered enough to say, it's totally okay for my family to have this point of view and this is mine. And
say you like saw something on the TV, maybe a group of friends or like you literally heard a voice as you were on a nature walk one day. Like, what was it that happened at such a young age that you became that black sheep, that you were just like, you knew like, this is not for me. I don't really care. Not that you don't care what others have to say, but like, this is me. I'm not pretending. I'm not trying to be like, this is, like you said, like, I was trying to like fight back the tears so much when you were just sharing the fact of like, you went into the jungle and you weren't able to give natural birth the way you wanted to, and then being cleared of all like the amount of stories I've heard from women with fibroids, like things of that nature. So I'm just asking you this because I need people to know you're for real.
So I don't think for me it was one moment, but it was all those little moments where things didn't feel right. And it took time for me to be able to hear myself, right? Looking back, I can remember little moments. And one awesome thing that I learned, my parents are entrepreneurs, and that was amazing. I just watched mom and dad like legit rock it in the world of business. So that they gave me for sure. I took that. I love that. I run with it. It's awesome. And, I remember my mom just managing so many things and just being so beautiful and graceful, managing the family and the house and the businesses and my dad and like all these things, and like just really being such a powerful feminine in the space of being grounded and also like being fun and fabulous and like a mom. And my mom died when I was 22. Actually, she had breast cancer. And all those moments that we had together before, like were really so profound. And all of those things taught me, like her illness and her death and all those things really taught me lessons. It's just, for me, it was always about seeing the positive in everything. And, knowing that, for me, one of the things that I practice and that I believe in is that I'm never a victim. Every situation that I experience in life, I called in. There was an energy within me that resonated with something else. And there was a lesson there. And in manifesting, like everybody's talking about manifesting right now.
It's the new buzzword, but what?
It's the word,
right?
And so I like to teach people when we talk about these practices of being able to manifest, I really like to talk about one core philosophy that you got to get clear on. You either are the creator of your whole life, the designer of everything, or you're a victim of it. There is I created all the great things that happened, but the things that I didn't like, they weren't my fault. That's not manifesting. You're either in your power or you're not.
Yeah.
And so, that was like a really beautiful lesson, like for me to have all these experiences in my life that like traditionally were thought to be like, oh, I'm a victim. It's not my fault that I got sick when I was a kid, that I had an injury. It's not my fault that they did surgery and put me on all these antibiotics and it did a lot of damage to my body long-term. But maybe I don't fully understand the reasoning behind that. However, we get to, and I had the opportunity.
You couldn't know what to put in because you had to learn what needed to come out.
Exactly. And that was the way that I learned. Sometimes we learn what we want by seeing what we don't want. And that is totally fine. And I just trust that my soul had its journey exactly the way it was supposed to be. And who I am now is awesome. And I love it. And I
love it.
I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. I love 40.
Yes. Like, awesome. I love just seeing you beam, like, even when you say it, like, so no, that's, I could just give you a hug right now. Like, that is, seriously, that is beautiful. And thank you for just being transparent that way, because I love people to know that it doesn't matter where you are, what is happening around you. It can change and you can be who you're destined to be or who you feel you're destined to be. And you are not crazy, regardless of everyone around you currently in that situation, in that household, in that homeless shelter, wherever you are. You just know, and it's okay to feel that and people perceive you, but just follow your path and look at where it led, Kristin. Like, beautiful, everything seamless. Like, Nourishe is like not just her company, but she literally nourished her life, her lifestyle. Like, Whew, girl, you be giving the fruit. So as you're about to get into, before I really interrupt you, but I just really wanted to ask, earlier you were about to get into just specific things now, as in terms of the skincare and massages and the products that
Yeah,
you specifically use and like why you chose them.
perfect. So the one thing I like to talk about, and you're never rude, number one, you're a goddess. We're having a chat. So let's just clear that up. We're just chatting
Thank
with each
you.
other and talk anytime. It's totally fine.
I get really
So
excited and I'm just like,
yeah, yeah, that's like girl talk. Like we're just got these amazing things to say. We got to just get it
seriously.
there. So totally fine. And so I like to teach about my 12 philosophies and formulas because I think though I'm really proud of them. And I think that's what makes the product stand out and what makes the company stand out. So number one, we're a big fan of organic. We own our own manufacturing company. We don't outsource anything. We make our products ourselves. Our manufacturing facility is USDA certified organic and our products are USDA certified organic. So I'm really a proponent of only putting organic plants on your skin. All of our products are vegan. I'm a vegan, not to say that like I'm telling anybody else how to live, but like for those vegans out there, it's like really important to us to have products that are powerful,
Yes.
super luxurious, and they're really ethical as
Yeah.
far as like the things that we're putting on ourselves that we believe in.
Yes.
We do no animal testing, and unfortunately, that is a huge thing in the cosmetic industry. Most companies still test on animals. We are certified with Leaping Bunny and PETA to confirm that we do no animal testing. I like to joke that we test on our friends. So when I make new products, you can be our test subject.
Yes. I'm looking at I'm like so excited. Like you don't even know.
So excited. And then we do some other really cool things. So I like to say that what I practice is called indigenous herbalism. So in traditional herbalism, which is what most skincare products follow, there are just ways that people kind of always do things. And what I like to do is when I was in the jungle, I saw that these healers, how they spoke to the plants, connected with the plants, created this kind of relationship where the plants were guiding them. And so that's kind of like what we practice in our formulas. One of the really cool formulas that we make that follow this like consciousness is our sun products. So we don't SPF any of our products because then you are considered a drug company. And I don't really want to fall into that category. So we have this alternative view on sun care. And it's more like loving the sun and appreciating the sun and being nourished by the sun instead of being like, I'm so scared of the sun, it's horrible, right?
Yeah.
So we have our And the Sun Love Serum, which is really cool. It uses all the flowers that only bloom during the day. It uses the cacti that naturally can get a ton of sun. Like they're just out there burning all day long, no problem. And all of the plants that naturally can receive a ton of sunlight, they don't die, they don't get damaged. So these plants naturally produce something called photochemoprotective capability. It is, I think, what the pharmaceutical world calls sun protection factor, except this is very different because the plants are actually using pranic energy from the sun, and then they're absorbing that, and it's a way of nourishing themselves. And so because plant cells and skin cells are so similar to each other, if you're using pure plant products, and it can't have water, glycerin, aloe vera gel, chemicals, preservatives, it has to be pure plants. If you're just putting pure plants on your skin, it takes about 5 weeks, but your skin cells will actually change how they react to environmental factors based on the information from the plant cells. So your skin can naturally receive pranic energy from the sun instead of getting burned by the sun.
Yes.
And then we have like our earthy balm, which we call an extreme cream, which is great for if you're traveling, if you're hiking, if you're in a ton of sun. We
More
put
of
the
a day cream.
waxes. Yeah, well, my London and New York people love it because they say there's a lot of like pollution in there and smog. So it's a water resistant because we use the cool waxes from the leaves that naturally prevent the leaves from drying out because they don't lose their own natural moisture. And then also they have a little bit of barrier from the environment. So we use these cool plant waxes. and it just kind of protects the skin. And you can use it for all sorts of environments. But I'm telling you, my London, my New York people are like, this is my smog cream.
No, I feel like that would be very beneficial for me being in Toronto as well, because the weather is very similar.
Are you in Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, girl. So my business partners live in Toronto, and I'm when things are open, I can hang out with you. I'm going to be up there like 4 times a year.
Say less. Say
Okay.
less. That's a Toronto talk for you.
We're totally going to do it. I'm so excited.
Do not be a stranger. Thank
We
you.
are going to be besties. I'm manifesting that I can come up there in July.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can. You will be there. I'm so excited.
We're going for tea. I'm so excited.
Yes. Caffeine free.
Of course.
Right? So that's one of those things that I had to learn, right? That I couldn't, the anxiety, the palpitations I was feeling when I would have pop or coffee, things of that nature, and realizing, being like, you know what? Oh, there's a tea. Why does this not say this, but this says this? Like, what is the difference with the water from my tap versus the alkaline water filter that I have that I use? Like, so these things are so important, and the more natural we can get and vegan and cruelty free is the better. And people shouldn't be offended, because as we said, for the better. It's not tearing anyone down. The only people matter pharmaceuticals, and you guys have ate long enough. People,
you're good.
You are more than fine. Let the people that are really, these are the things that are going to help the earth sustain and people to live longer lives.
Yeah, close to nature. That's what we practice with our products. Like, one thing that we also do is, when I made the original formulas, so all the mathematical equations come from sacred geometry. So instead of using just like whatever numbers, like this, 500 mLs of this and 2000 mLs of this, I actually follow the numerical sequences of sacred geometry to formulate the products, because nothing that exists in nature exists unless sacred geometry patterns have been followed. And then the other super cool thing that we do is we encode these really great healing frequencies into the products. So we encode 432 hertz, 528 hertz, and 7.83 hertz. 7.83 hertz is known as the Schumann resonance. They've done studies with water. It is the vibration of the earth. The earth vibrates at 7.83 hertz. And they've
done so much fruit. Oh my gosh. Like, I cannot wait to research all of this.
So cool, right? So listen to
amazing.
Hertz, what it does for you. They've extracted DNA out of water, played 7.83 hertz forward, and new DNA helixes have formed. I mean, hello, that's like DNA repair right there.
Right there. And it's like
$billions.
I watched this recent documentary, and it was just talking about, I forgot the exact name, but it's something about the invisible human. And it was basically speaking on like what you were mentioning sort of earlier, where it's just like how your consciousness can heal your body, and you can do those things, and you don't need all the extras that we would naturally, or we've been trained to get, right? And it's so like, even with your lungs and just how we're attached to the universe, and just really listening to your body and using things that are really from here, because everything that is what is the saying, if there's a disease or something along that line created on earth, or sort of, there's always something on earth to combat it.
Yeah,
that's a real thing. That's not a fable. So it's very important to learn these things, to know these things. And not only are you selling products, but you're educating everyone.
Yeah, I think that's so important. And then we have a nonprofit company called the Sacred Water Tribe, and its mission is to protect Indigenous culture and then also protect the rainforests. So a portion of all of our proceeds go back to different parts of the rainforest so that we can preserve the culture. That's like really important, because that wisdom is going to be necessary for the generations coming forward. And the rainforest itself is necessary for the function of the earth. And so, we take all of our products from the earth, like every raw material, everything we use comes from Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And so it feels really fitting to me as a company that if we're going to take, that we also give back to create that harmony and that balance. And so we want to make sure, and it's something that I really love to have all companies moving forward, entrepreneurs look at their global impact and find a way to balance that, so that we're all being considerate on that level and really taking care of the earth. And the frequency stuff is so cool too, because, you've heard it, like, if Alex Marley plays, a song on a $10,000 guitar and his guitar is out of tune, no matter how magnificent his voice is, it just doesn't sound right.
It doesn't. Mm-hmm.
And all he's got to do is tune that guitar. Yeah. And it could bust your heart open, make you cry, like teach you something, and the difference is tuning. So like tuning our products is really valuable and really important, because when you put those products on your skin, we want those products to be in harmonic resonance with what you are, because we come from the earth.
I love it. Here at Downtown, we say eat fruit, mind your business. And you're giving
fruit, mind
so
your
much
business?
Fruit. Eat fruit and mind your business.
Okay, wait a minute. Do you have a bumper sticker? Like, I need that on my car. I need that in my life. I'm obsessed with fruit. Like, you don't even know.
Yes, like
I'm obsessed with fruit. That's basically all I eat is organic fruits. I don't even want to tell you, like, my current diet right now is hilarious. But I wanted to be a fruitarian for years. I was like, I just want to be a fruitarian. It's like my goal in life. And then I read
it.
Well, I do love vegetables too, so I was like, I give up all my veggies.
That's
so
true.
I was like, I'll never be a fruitarian, and of not being a fruitarian. And then I read somewhere that you really only have to be like 75% fruit to be a fruitarian. And I was like, I've been a fruitarian for a decade. I'm so excited.
Seriously. It's like when you consume fruits and things of that nature, like you just feel better. Your stool is better. Your skin feels better. Your mouth feels better. Like being someone that, didn't fully practice everything and now seriously taking note of it in my adult life and being like, it makes a huge difference. Huge difference.
We are best friends for life now. Best fruity friends. Yeah, totally love it.
Seriously, but we do have it on shirt, so I'll make sure I'll be in discussion with Kat because I want to get her over some stuff too. But
I will wear that all the time. I'm so excited.
I'm happy that it even resonates with you, Queen. So thank you, because it was literally that, and we mean it. Mind your business. These are both things that will just benefit you in life.
This is my new motto. I'm adopting this. I want to get it like tattooed on my body. I want a bumper sticker. I want a shirt. It's like my new motto in life. I love it.
Please, sure. Thank you. Because my next question is standard question. And thanks to Alex Marley, I've now extended the question where you have, instead of the 4 elements, you have the 5 elements. Shout out to him. And you have the 5 elements being earth, fire, water, earth, and spirit. Which element do you feel like represents you or you resonate with the most, Kristin, and why?
Okay, so I got to pick 2. Number 1, earth. I'm super earthy. I'm a Taurus. I love flowers and plants and fruits and vegetables and oceans and mountains. Like, I love the earth so much. Mother Earth is legit like the coolest mama ever. She rocks. Think about like these crazy orchids that look like monkeys.
Everything.
Like the smells of a rose. And like, look at your beautiful face. Like you're from the earth. Like, and think of all the cool, unique, think of the yummy foods that come from the earth that we eat. I mean, Mama Gaia, freaking beyond ridiculously amazing. Thank you, Mother Earth, for everything. So I love the earth so much. I'm super earthy. I feel like she couldn't give us any more magic. So I want to be her. She's my idol, Mother Earth. Thank you. But I love the water so much. Like, I was put on this earth to be a water guardian. I went to Japan 7 years ago, actually this month, 7 years ago. I went to Japan to study with Dr. Masato Emoto. He was the water scientist that did all that water crystal photography. So he would write You know,
No,
so he,
because I feel like I was watching something on water sommeliers.
Mhm.
And I feel like might have been one of the judges, but I could be incorrect. So don't even.
Well, he passed away very shortly after I went to work with him.
Yeah.
So that was 2014, right?
Might have
Did I have that
been.
in my head?
He might have
Yeah.
been a judge on it because it wasn't something recent. Like I was just in a YouTube rabbit hole and just learning the importance of water and like how certain water is trash and like there's other water that actually does things for you. So wow, that is huge. But yes, please continue, Kristin.
So he did that water crystal photography. He would write, "I love you" on a bottle of water. He would write, "I hate you" on a bottle of water. He would think something around a bottle of water, like being grateful for the water. Or he would think around the water like, "You're garbage, you're useless." He would play different music for the water. He would show different pictures to the water. And when he thought loving, grateful, beautiful, kind things to the water, he would freeze the water and take a microscopic image of the molecular structure. And the water would turn into this beautiful, sacred, geometrical mandala image. I mean, so detailed and beautiful and just like replicating. It was magnificent. And the water he would say mean things to or think something mean around, it would just be a blob, not even a circle, the water molecule.
Yeah.
And so our bodies on a cellular level, we are 70% water. On a molecular level, we are 99% water. Our planet is 75% water. We are water beings living on a water planet. Water is crucial. And he did this work to prove that for us to have world peace, that we get to shift our internal conversation, our external conversation, our thoughts, our behaviors, our belief, even the music we surround ourselves with, because we are impacted by these things. The water proves it to us. And that if we want to create world peace, that we are able to shift the health of the planet through our thoughts. All water is connected. The water in my body is best friends with the water in your body, is with people on the other side of the planet. We're exchanging water with the oceans and the glaciers and the rain and the dew at all times. And he was considered a quack when he was alive. A few years after he died, I think in 2016 at the World Water Conference, they made an official statement that water, in fact, they agreed with his work, water, in fact, records, stores, and transmits all wave information it has ever received from the beginning of time.
That would makes so much sense.
So powerful. Right after I did my training, he taught me one of the most beautiful lessons in my life. When I finished my training with him, he gave me my diploma and he gave me all of his studies and documentation.
Yeah.
He says, everything in life is give and take and balance and harmony. And he said, "I know you flew all the way to Japan and you paid and you're here and you took time away from your family." He's like, "But I'm asking that what you give, because I'm giving you from me, what I ask that you give is that don't let this training end with you, that you continue speaking on my behalf in your part of the world with your friends in your community for as long as you're alive." And he did pass away very shortly thereafter. I was actually in the last class of students that ever got to study with him. And he came back to Florida right after I came back, and we did a water ceremony together in Florida. And that was the first one that we've had. We have had a water ceremony every single month for 7 years now. And it is beautiful. 2 hours on the beach. We have this beautiful altar that we make with this big vessel, and we have tons of amethyst crystals. We have hundreds of shells. We bring fresh flowers. We make this altar. We sit in a circle around the altar by the water with the children, with our families, with our friends. And we speak about water consciousness. We play music for the water. It's like a concert for the water. So we spend all this time just honoring, loving, and showing our gratitude for the water.
As we should.
And that affects our planet. And that ceremony that we do every month is recorded forever in the water. The water never forgets that beautiful ceremony.
You're giving so much fruit, Kristin. Like looking at the things you're doing, I was like, I love that she's holistic, but like now speaking with you, it's so much deeper than that with you. And I love that. Like you are so smart, not Western smart, but what do we say? Like
Like
just
unicorn
smart. Like
I'm rainbow smart.
I love shout outs to Kristin's mug. Like I love her mug. I was telling her earlier, it is a rainbow. Like how could you see someone sipping out of that and be mad? Like you automatically have to laugh or smile.
Yeah, we're great.
Or else, unless you're like Hannibal or something. I don't know.
No, this rainbow is a part. This is part of my self-care practice. Look, I'm so happy.
I
Just
love,
out of rainbows.
I love tea. I actually bought some more teas yesterday that I never really tried before. So I got this like blueberry ginseng tea, and like it literally came out like this color. The color of it. That's what I was like, am I like the universe is just, you know what I mean? And I got what was the other one? Turmeric something. I couldn't pronounce the other ingredient, but I was loving it. I was like, ooh, I'm feeling good. I love tea. Like I'm not a big drinker. I like to have my tea and my leaves. So you know,
Love it. I gotcha.
all of that, right? But I want to ask you, right? Because one of my favorite things in would you say I could call this a catalog?
That one that you have right there is our sales guide.
Well, perfect. What I love in your sales guide is one of my favorite parts is the dictionary that you have at the back with all the ingredients that you use in all of your products and giving not only how it benefits you, but you know what I mean? Like talk about just
Mother Earth. Look at what she does. Look at this cool stuff that she makes.
But not everyone does this. And it's like, I know people are like, oh my gosh, okay, you're being a bit extra. But no, because you guys will appreciate this more come 2022, 2023. But legit, like, Nourishe is trying to tell you. Downtown World has been trying to tell you. Alex Marlowe's trying to tell you. Like, all these people that we're trying to tell y'all, don't wait till then when it's too late. Incorporate, educate, and be a part of these things now. It's so imperative to survival. You know what I mean? Because even having something like this, hypothetically speaking, the world ends and all of your Nourish products are out and you're walking in the wilderness after the world is completely like decimated and stuff. And you're like, ooh, a wild cherry. I remember I read that in the sales guide, and it tells me it's a potent antioxidant that helps skin defend itself against environmental aggressors while calming any inflammation. Inflammation, that is something that you can get while you're outside, like trying to survive. So fruit.
Yeah, total fruit right there. And wait, let's talk about rose since you're in there. Like, let's talk about roses. Because roses are basically one of the coolest plants ever. So I don't know. Do you want to like read to everybody how magical roses are?
Definitely. Let me get to it. And it's in alphabetical order.
Oh yeah. Thanks. It's on the same. Yes. Beautiful.
Yes. Like I am like just like type A personality like that. So I low-key have like an inner orgasm when I'm seeing the packaging and the naming and everything and the color schemes. And I'm like, oh.
Love it so much.
Right? I love it.
By the way, can I just say, first of all, I didn't even start getting cool until I was like 29. And so the fact that you're 29 and you're already so awesome, like, I just want to know you when like all your ages. As you get more awesome, I just want to hang out with you because you are so fabulous.
Thank you, Kristin. I hope it stays that way. When you come to Toronto, you can turn up yourself with me. So
we're gonna do it. I'm gonna bring you. I have this tea that's gonna rock your world. I'm gonna bring you tea.
I'm excited. I'm always like, if I'm going to take anything, just make sure I always have rules. I'll let you know when we're off camera. So, so Rose,
I will meet all your rules. I can guarantee you.
There's nothing crazy like that. It's just like, make sure you put a blanket on me. Preferably I love a big t-shirt, you know, because I like my boobs just freeing life to themselves.
Let's do it.
I love that. As soon as you get through the door, what do we do?
I was in PJs 5 minutes before we started our interview. Like, no joke.
Yes. But you look like you were just at the freaking Grammy red carpet. So there you go. Thank you. So you said you wanted me to do rose hips or rose?
Let's do Rose.
Okay.
Read to everybody about Rose.
So the definition in our Nourish official sales guide, founder Kristin Bauer, okay, not Eddie Bauer, no relation, or is there?
No, but he
There we go.
gets sweatshirts.
He does make dope sweatshirts.
He needs more rainbow colors in his line, though.
He does.
If we were related, I would let him know.
Right? Because I love the way this orange, I was telling you earlier, how it's just hitting your skin tone. So there we go. Now, roses are considered to be the most sacred flower in mythological times and deeply connected to love and beauty. Roses have soothing and hydrating characteristics that help reduce redness and irritation and are a potent source of vitamin A, which protects against UV damage, even skin tone, and encourages healthy cell production. Roses can also stimulate new collagen production, balance pH levels, and clear acne, dermatitis. Did I say that correctly? Dermatitis and eczema, which is my number one enemy. Used as a metaphor for love with skincare, roses are a powerful flower to promote self-love.
Boom. I mean, that's she's got a rose drop.
I tried to do the effect.
Dropping roses across the screen.
Because when I opened it and I seen it, I automatically started laughing and smiling. I was like, I love it.
Are those the roses that we put in your package?
Yes.
Look at this. This is amazing. She just dropped roses all across the screen. This was fantastic.
I got more.
Yeah, go girl.
We need it.
That's like a mic drop, but with flowers. Rose drop. I mean, like, aren't roses basically the coolest?
They are.
Did we send Kay the Rosea cream?
What is the name of
the Rosea serum? Okay. There are 9 exotic organic roses, which is
sounds like to show.
Oh yeah, show people everything.
And I love, like, I'm gonna say this again because I'm a stickler for this and I buy products like all the freaking time. Okay. Everything, stickers, bottle. You did have a description as to why you even choose these containers. They need to buy your products to learn why. Like, and this is the Rosea.
The Rosea Beauty Serum.
Rosea Beauty Serum.
Yeah. It has like 43 plants in it, but then 9 of them are exotic organic roses. And we just read, like, roses are good for everything that could ever be going on with your skin. Oh, can people smell it? I wish they could smell through their screen because it is, oh, can you be our model?
Use me.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Oh my gosh. This is like, guys, in our real life. Okay.
We got to get you to Florida so you can model for us.
Take me.
Yeah, I'm going to take you. I'm going to come to Toronto and I'm going to feed you tea and I'm going to bring you back with like awesome.
I'm a definitely not be vegan. I'm gonna be real with that, but you know,
that's cool. Listen, to each his own. You do you, boo, and I'm gonna do me, and we're gonna be awesome best flower friends, and we're gonna love everything. It's fantastic.
That's why I love it. Like, real vegans would be like, eat whatever the fuck you want, like,
yes.
But I'm letting you know.
I'm not doing it.
Right? I love it. No, I love it because that's what we need.
Let me taste your food.
And mentally, I pray all the time that I will get to the space where I am like, because it's not just a physical thing. It's such a mental connection. But
I want you to be a fruitarian with me. Like, I really want.
I feel like I can get there. I'm not even like talking crap. Like, I really feel like I can get there. Right now, God is in control, but but like, I really feel like I can get there.
If you want to, you got it. It'll happen at the perfect time.
Like, this is so random, but it's funny you say this because I know we're deterring. I do that a lot. I'm sorry. But I was just, as I said to you, I have another show, which I really would love and honored for you to be a guest on, which is the Eat Fruit show. And
yes, I want to be on that show so bad.
Seriously. And it's with my co-host Killa. And like, she, like, you think I love you? Like, I know Killa would be like, I need her now. Get her anything she needs right now. Like, this is life for her. And we were talking about just the decolonization of the human race. That's why I'm just like, how fitting that I'm talking to Kristin today. But through my research, I found this doctor. He's currently in Montego Bay in Jamaica, but Dr. Aris Latham. Have you heard of him?
No, tell me about this person.
So there's been like this obsession with raw food cooking that I've been seeing a lot, like in the food world and food industry. But through like deeper research, he's kind of more at the foundation of it and all these chefs and people picking it up. But the whole concept of like the sun being the natural stove and chef for everything. And like I watched like so many of his videos, but he did this one particular one where he was just making all this food. And I was just like, being someone that like cooks their own food, I'm like, this is lit. I know with all the stuff he's putting together, like it must taste super amazing. Like he made this beet patty, like, so instead of a meat patty, it was like a beet patty. But the way he would add like Dr. Aris Latham, Aris. Yeah, that's why I'm like talking to you. I'm like, you would love like fruitarian. You will love this guy. And the last name is Latham, Latham.
Oh, I spelled it right.
Yeah, but
oh, this is exciting. Did Kat tell you that like I'm obsessed with making really yummy food? Like she's every day, yesterday she's like, when are you making your cookbook? You have to make your cookbook. Okay, so when I come to Toronto, let's do a cooking show together.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Done. Say less. Done.
I love it. And when I'm on your fruit show, I think I have the cutest strawberry dress ever to wear. I'm really excited.
Ooh, now I gotta get my fashion up. Like that's the other thing with this whole last year in my 20s. Did you do a de-cleansing of your closet? Because I'm definitely there. Like underwear, everything. I'm like, I'm done. Nieces, cousins, come get your things. I'm done with all of this. New chapter in life.
I'm a great manifester, so there's really a lot of new stuff coming in. So, and right now I'm tiny living with my daughter. So we've been tiny living for the last 4 years. So girlfriend, we're in like, I don't know, 250 or 300 square feet. So we're constantly decluttering everything. Like it is.
Did you not remember hearing me say to Kat just now, let's build a tiny house? Yeah. This is scary.
I'm gonna do with you, girl. I wanted to live in a yurt. So I like left my like 3-bedroom like house, the yard and garage and all that stuff. Cause I was like, I'm gonna go live in a yurt. I lived on a farm for 3 months with no electricity. I lived in a tent.
So you did off the grid living, like real off the grid. Oh my God.
And they wouldn't give me a permit for my yurt. So I couldn't live in the yurt, but I did get like a really cool 5th wheel trailer, and my daughter and we painted it. Okay, you think this background, this is my mature.
I can only imagine.
Background. We decoupaged everything. We glitter painted everything. We made chandeliers out of yarn. Like we put polka dot tissue paper that we use, this like non-toxic wood varnish. We did the whole ceiling with polka dots. It's epic. And I love it. And it's so tiny. And I'm a big personality and I tend to like things. It's in my charts. I love things. So
girl,
I'm always decluttering.
Like, I love it. I'm so like, I love just individuals and like energies like yourself, because you just continue to remind me that I'm not crazy.
You know, it's so funny when I get asked like in interviews and stuff, like, oh, what's your best advice for entrepreneurs? Like, I have a few things that I like to say, but like always at the end of it, I'm like, be weird. Like, be weird. Do whatever you feel you are called to do in this life.
Seriously.
What anybody thinks, like, just be fabulous and weird. That's the best advice I could give people.
Seriously. And that, hey, I co-sign that. I am embodying that. Be weird, queens. Be weird, kings. Just be you. Like the favorite of what I love when people will say, where it's just like, at the end of the day, you want to be able to look yourself in the mirror and still see you. It doesn't matter what any of that exterior has to say. That was part of the struggle for me. Being able to rise up to even my parents to be like, no. Yeah. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being naughty, but this is it. And with that, all of what people see now and not praise me for it, but congratulate me for it and stuff. And I'll be like, this is what I used to get in trouble for.
Exactly.
How ironic.
Exactly. I only got grounded as a kid. I mean, I got grounded when I was older, but like as a kid, I get grounded all the time because I was always like dyeing my hair like different colors and putting like
Yeah, yeah.
stripes of pink and purple in my hair. And they'd be like, how did you even get the hair dye? I'd be like, well, I made it in the kitchen. And like, I don't know, I like made something in the garage. I like might have gotten muriatic acid in my eye.
Might have. We never know.
Yeah, maybe that happened. But yeah, I was always like, that's why I said I'm the black sheep. Like from the day I was born, I was like this earthy, crazy kind of, I don't know, crunchy hippie and in a very like structured world. And I was like, well, I don't think I fit in here.
Yeah, no,
But here
I
I
love
am.
it. And I like, yeah, love you, love it all. Hey. Now, as we were saying, we heavily got distracted because as you can tell, love speaking with Kristin. But I just read the definition in her self-guide book. Make sure you purchase Nourishe, okay? And we just read the definition for rose, which is
and then we can do I can do the little massage with my rosea cream and teach people how to do their little massage thing. Is now the perfect time for that?
Let's go for it. Yes. Was that the one that I just well, I have the serum.
You have the serum. We have the serum and the cream, which are almost identical ingredients.
I feel like I do have that
cream base.
Is it? No, it's not the cacao. Okay, no, hold on. Volume, no. Okay, I don't have that.
Everybody has to say goodbye to Kat. Kat's leaving for the day.
Bye, Kat. We love you, girl.
Thank you so much. Have the best night ever.
Be safe.
That was the opening act. I don't know if people will get to see that. She's the opening act for Alex Marley and for me with all her
everything
talent. And she runs Nourishe. She does everything. So she's like the queen bee.
She is a queen bee in that. Love you, Kat.
Yeah, the queen cat. So, okay, so cool. We're going to do the rosea. So so I teach this massage. I have 2 YouTube videos I can send you later if people, because that way you can play it at home. One's kind of instructional, which you'll learn today. And the other one's like a 2-minute follow along. I don't talk. I just rub my face real fast. So we hold more stress and trauma in our face than we do anywhere in our body. And so imagine if you went to get a back massage and they kind of like did this.
Okay.
You'd be like, yo, what are you doing? This is not working. Right. But we're taught to do this to our face, like barely touch our face. Right.
Yeah.
No. Your face must be released of stress and tension every single day, a little in the morning, a little at night. So I teach people, instead of just putting on your cream and your serum, you're actually going to do a little bit of a treatment for your face. This is good for acne, lines, wrinkles, brown spots, large pores, clogged skin, anything like that, because this is your little mini facial every day. And this is more important than going and getting a facial, because if you're not doing this to yourself every day, your skin is missing this healing opportunity. Mm-hmm. Anything that's going on, if you have a line or a wrinkle or a brown spot or a large pore or acne or oily skin somewhere like in a greasy patch or something, this is your healing technique. Your fingers. Don't use a scrub brush. Don't use a washcloth. Don't use anything that's going to exfoliate the skin. Your skin is very delicate. The exterior layer is as thin as a sheet of paper. So you don't ever want to take that away, which is why the Shungite and Diamond soap is so amazing, because diamonds are connected to strength. So it makes your outer layer of skin stronger and healthier, which you got, girl.
Can't wait. I'm going to send you the playlist that we have. And I'm about to play the Cherry playlist, which was the Sexy Slow Jam playlist. And it's a whole night in the making.
Oh, I love it. Fabulous. I'm very excited about that.
I know. I will definitely let you know. But yes.
We're going to put on our awesome playlist and do this beautiful routine every morning and every night. And you can show the Shungite and Diamond soap box has a really cool affirmation on the box. And when you use, you can read it. It's on the side.
I loved, because I noticed that some would have it.
This one's on the outside. I think on.
So guys, this is the box. Yeah, I see it right here. I'm so excited.
So every day when you put on your products, you're going to put on your sexy music. We're going to put on the awesome playlist that you're sending us. And then we're going to do this little affirmation. So when you wash your face, you use the affirmation for the Shungite and Diamond soap. And then when you put the rosea cream on, you're going to follow this affirmation. I think the rosea or the serum has it. I think is it inside.
They all have affirmations. I love. So would you like me to read the diamond soap affirmation? Because
Yeah, read the diamond soap affirmation. I love that one.
okay, let me know when should I start? Okay.
Do it. Read it.
I am the ultimate embodiment of beauty, grace, and power. I possess great strength, trust, and self-belief. I am a channel for the pure energy of the One. My strength is derived from the power of the light.
So that's what we're going to put into our face as we do our product, instead of like, most women, I do these exercises when people are releasing things from their face that don't serve them, lines, wrinkles, acne, whatever it is. And I have them look in the mirror every day for 30 days and write down what they say about themselves first. And hands down, we are always very nasty to ourselves. And so this is the opportunity to start to embed a different belief system into our skin. And that's it's free. That's just that practice. So we're going to take a little bit of cream. If anybody is watching this and you have organic products at home, I'm taking a pretty good dollop because I love to be super oily and greasy. That's my favorite ever.
Yeah.
And so with our creams, you'll notice that we have these little like particles in there. You can see. So these are little wax beads from the wax on plant leaves that protects the really delicate flowers in here. So first you put it in between your two hands and you break it down. And then all of those little encapsulated wax particles from the plants, they open up. So then you release all those really delicate flowers. And then I like to put the product kind of all over my face.
Okay, I'm happy seeing how you're rubbing it in because like that is kind of okay.
Yep. So I'm going to get everything. And then I'm going to start the massage. So this is your liver meridian. So I'm going to go up and down here pretty aggressively. And if people have like these 11 lines here, which by the way, I had liver failure when I was very young. And so I had really bad lines here.
Yeah.
And this is connected to the liver. So this is how I release that. So you're just going to rub up and down on the liver meridian. And you can kind of go back and forth. Basically, you might feel some little indentations there. And that's not your bone. Those are not crevices in your bone. Those are the fascial cohesions, which are causing knots, which actually pull lines and wrinkles into the skin. So you can do like some circles. You can go up and down. You can do anything that you want to do. Basically, your finger's like a magic eraser, and you're just erasing these little lines here. And then you're going to go up into the forehead. And I like to do kind of like these big circles. This is your gallbladder meridian. So you're just going to kind of drag back and forth with the fingers and anywhere you feel ridges or knots. And if you guys are following along at home and it's sore, that's normal. It is normal for you to feel a little soreness here. So first you're working on the forehead, and then this is so important. You want to really open up the eyes. I'm sure I look so silly doing this.
But no, you don't. Like it's actually, fun fact about me, I love to watch ASMR videos.
Oh, my kid loves that too. She's if she was here, she would be obsessed with you because I'm like, what are those?
So like I watch you like
what's that? So then we're going to
so trust me, I am like in complete bliss right now. I'm like,
oh my gosh. So do I have to whisper when I say it?
Not at all. Your voice is so soothing. Like,
but isn't the ASMR, don't they do the little
there's different types. So there's some that whisper, there's some with crunch sounds. But like by the time you were here, I was like, yeah.
I'm gonna make a whisper ASMR massage face video for you and my daughter. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in this outfit as soon as we get done. I'm just doing it.
Thank you. You should. Like actually, like seriously, ASMR life.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad that I'm going to tell her. She's going to love you.
Please do. Tell her she's not alone.
Oh my goodness. So basically you want to keep the eyes really open we're not aging. As you get more awesome, you want to keep your eyes really open. And most of us don't take the time to just kind of like release any knots here that would eventually just pull everything down.
It's so
you do this little release. I like to kind of go out to my temples, right? And then I'm going to go up and down on my nose. And so this is my area too. I get large pores on my nose. So this is how I clean. I don't use pore strips. I don't use scrubs. I don't use exfoliants. I never squeeze. I'm never pulling anything out.
This is bad to squeeze because I'm obsessed with squeezing.
Yeah, I know. I'm a professional.
I love seeing that white stuff come out. now.
I know. Well, it won't be there anymore. Some of it is your
Mm.
natural oils that you need. So it's really important not to do that. So
Okay.
I'm going to teach you. This is the new fruity way we're going to do it.
No,
So-
I believe you because right now, currently, my nose is like peeling, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it's never done this before. So I cannot wait to do this.
Yeah, your skin is going to be so gorgeous after this new routine. Then you're going to press under the eyes. You want to pull. This is the kidney meridian. It's connected to fluid in the body. So you're going to just move that tissue and all that fluid out. Then I like to go a little gentler on the cheeks. And then when I get under the cheekbone, and it's sore, oh, like even for me right here is a little sore. I'm really going to use a lot of pressure.
So good.
And I'm going to kind of like chisel out my jawline. So this is the key to getting like really beautiful cheekbones. Excuse me, I said jawline before I meant cheekbones. I'm going to chisel out my cheekbones. And this is really great. And you can kind of suck it in.
Because like as you're doing it,
That's a good workout.
I apply my makeup. So like literally,
yes,
you can do the same how you. Oh my god!
And then we're gonna go in the nasolabial folds. You can just like go up and down. If somebody has lines here,
I do.
Get in there.
I do.
Do not.
I do because I laugh a lot, and then my makeup by the end of whenever wearing it, you can literally see the lines. Oh.
Okay, so it's my goal for you that you never have to wear face makeup again. We're going to do that. That's what I like to teach women. Like if you want to put on a little eye makeup, a little lipstick, perfect, but you don't need face makeup. That's my goal. So next year that we're going to do a show.
No, I can get to it.
Face makeup.
For real. And I do, don't get me wrong. I do love my skin. It's just like for you and the interviews, you know, the way of the world, I gave in and I was like, all right. I do make up for this, but yes. Ooh.
Your skin is so fabulous, so you're not even going to need it anymore.
Sorry, so we skipped over this part, but this is also a major area for me as well because the pores are a bit larger for me there.
Yeah, so get it. Yeah, and you can go into your lips too. I like to do my lips a little bit. I get really dry lips even though I'm so super hydrated and drink a ton of awesome water, structured water every day with minerals. So I do the lips and then I go into here. This is where I get large pores. So it's just magic eraser, right? Yeah. Just working on this skin under here. And then I go all the way out to the jaw, which is sore for most people. So you're just like kind of doing these big circles on the jaw.
I've never massaged my jaw. Like,
oh
my gosh.
So good. And it helps from this being puffy so that you have like kind of like a pretty defined face. And then with my thumbs, I'm going to go under my chin. And that's also an area that people kind of forget about. So I'm just going back and forth. And it's almost like, just releasing stress and tension, chiseling this area out.
Good night.
Yeah. I'm done. And then, I'm going to go down. This is the only area that really direction matters. You want to go down the neck. Because we're releasing all those toxins and we actually want to bring it kind of towards the heart for the body to detox. So go down the neck. If like somebody has like little lines here, you can do like little, again, magic eraser, smooth out these little lines. And then
your has been like going crazy. So I've been using creams to get it toned down.
Amazing. I love it. I'm so proud of you that you have an awesome husband in your life. That's my next thing.
No, eczema. I said my eczema.
Oh, your eczema. I thought you said your husband.
Oh no, girl. Still praying for that.
Okay, I was like, well, I'm so proud of you. Let's manifest that for me too. Okay, so we'll just manifest that together. Your eczema. Okay, perfect. A husband will be better. So eczema is a little digestive too, just so you know.
Yeah, I've been eating trash. I don't know what to tell you. You're going to be like disgusting. I've been eating super trash.
We're going to do, when we come and do our food show together, it's going to change your life.
I'm excited. Like I will eat the Eitzel and stuff. It's just, you know, with being an entrepreneur, you've definitely accustomed your lifestyle to it. But it's just that thing that so many women and just natural entrepreneurs can agree to, that you just get what's convenient because you got to go, you got to do this, you got to do that. I got to be here for this time. I got to do this. And then you're in the McDonald's drive-thru.
You know what's convenient? Bananas and apples and watermelon. That stuff is so convenient.
So, period.
Yeah, we got it. I got you, girl. I'm going to come cook for you and your life will never be the same because I'm like a total fatty. Like I love food.
I
I
don't believe you.
way beyond the point of being full. I love the taste of food so much. And I eat so clean. Like 100% organic. You know, I'm a fruitarian, so there's not a lot. Like I'm eating fruits and vegetables. I don't really even eat nuts and seeds and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love Dr. Aris. I cannot wait for you to like
right.
look, because the recipes he was doing, I was like, you are going to like. He did this pasta salad. It was like you take the zucchini, and he did like this. You know how you spin it
the spiralizer,
and then he took like the sheets that we use for sushi. He cut it up in the blender with it, chopped up some parsley, onion. Girl, no, you gotta, Dr. Aris is gonna be like for you.
He needs to be my new husband.
Hey, he was 72, but he looked 30.
Okay, perfect. I love it. I'm so excited. If he can cook for me all this awesome food, I'm happy.
Right?
So now we're going to do the ears. I know we're chatting about other stuff, but we can massage at the same time. So you're going to do the front of the ears, and then you're going to take the thumbs, and you're also going to do the back of the ears. Your ears are connected to your skeletal system, all the bones, organs, everything in the body connects with your ears, and this feels good. And then if you have a lot of product on your hands, you can just kind of like massage it all over yourself. And then we're going to get up and we're going to do our head. And not that I wore the best hairstyle for this day, but basically it's really important that every day you massage your scalp because the blood goes from the heart all the way up to the crown of the head and the back down. Wow. And so you really want to get this like awesome scalp massage in.
Is there like a time you would say, or just
like 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Yeah. See, and then we just take that 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah, this whole thing takes 2 minutes. We were talking though, and we were talking about food and I forgot.
My fault.
No, totally amazing. You're going to do like 20 seconds of tapping on your thymus gland as part of your routine to activate your immune system. Your skin is part of your immune system. So this is just like the good time to remind you to do that. And then bam. So we did everything. And I feel like, I know you didn't do it with me, but whenever you do it later, I feel like warm, tingly, sparkly, full of rainbows. Like I feel amazing. And this is what you do every morning, 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes at night. And instead of like just putting your cream on, this is how you put your cream or your serum on. So it fits into your normal routine. When you wash your face. Oh, I want to teach you how to wash your face. That is so important to you. So wash your face once a day. In the late afternoon, early evening when you're done for the day. So if you get home from work at like 5:30, you wash your face and you do nighttime routine at 5:30 because free radical damage proliferates over time. So if you're home at 5:30 and maybe you don't wash your face till 10:30, that's 5 hours of free radical damage on your skin. You want to get pollution, mold, environmental toxins, chemicals, things, environmental stuff that is really damaging for the skin. You want to get that off your face right away. And then wash your face with cool or cold water, not hot water, because you don't want to soften. Like some of that white stuff you're squeezing out is your important oils that you need. Yeah. And then the body freaks out and it's like, we got to produce more. So it makes this very sticky oil that's really fast to produce, but it makes you look greasy. So use cool or cold water, use lots of pressure when you're washing your face. And then use anything that you would drink. Don't use tap water on your face. Now, think about it. If I sent you these products and you were like, oh, look at these beautiful ingredients, blah, blah, flower, plant, root, herb, chlorine, you'd be like, WTF, like that's ridiculous. And so this is really important. Like don't use chlorine when you're washing your face. Chlorine, chloramines, fluoride, all that stuff is not good for your skin. Sure. So wash your face with whatever you would drink.
Love that. And I do want to ask you this as well, because Black people love to be like, those products aren't for me. That ain't for my skin. So what do you have to say? And even when it says for all skin types, Black people still be like, So it is from the earth. So the answer is very obvious to me, but just for those who need another confirmation.
For my Black babes, the Cacao Hydra Mask and the Nectar of Life is so good for your skin. So good. It's not to say that like the other products aren't good for your skin as well. And
different skins have different things that highlight better to it. So
yes. So do you have the Nectar of Life?
Nectar of Life. Nectar of Life.
It's a serum. Okay, perfect. So can you put a little bit of that on your skin somehow?
Yes.
Those two products are so good for your pigmentation. It's beautiful. All of my clients that have dark skin, these are their favorites.
Okay.
And the color of that is this really rich, kind of like orangey red color. And it just goes so beautiful on your skin.
Hey guys.
Might have to pump it a few times the first time.
And I have it like sideways.
Oh, see that?
That's
right.
It almost gives me like argan oil vibes. I'm loving it. Okay, and then I rub it in.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta be our model. You're so good at that.
Because I do this shit at home.
I love it. So amazing.
Oh my God. Like every day I'll be coming out of the bathroom with a new face. Like, so I can't, like, literally, Kristin, I'm not saying this because you're here with me. I cannot wait.
I'm so
How
excited.
glowy.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh my God.
So good.
And you can see the dry part of my skin, so you know it's real. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was really intrigued to know how to use this, so I can't wait for you to share.
So the cacao hydro mask you use, we make it in a powder form. So we do 1 part powder to 2 parts, either the midday floral spray, or you want to use like drinking water. You just don't want to put tap water in there. So you mix the powder. It smells so good, right?
Yes. Oh my God.
Mix the powder with the water or the midday floral spray. You make this like a little paste. You put it all over your face. It burns. It stings.
A good burn.
So alivening. It brings all that microcirculation to the tissue. It is so amazing. It takes like 10-15 minutes to dry. And then you just rinse it off with water and do your little massage that I just taught you. And that is amazing, 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 amazing. We have this other product that also is so good to use after anytime you do these masks, the O2 squared, which is like an oxygenating cream. And the O2 squared smells like Christmas. It's so fabulous. And that's always my favorite cream to put on after I do a mask or after I do like my own little facial on my skin.
I love it. No, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. And I will be continuing to use these products, and I can't wait to just massage and get this in my body because it is so important, especially like, as we said, guys, Kristin is 40. Look at her.
Yeah, I am.
She ain't wearing no makeup. Look at her. So there. That's all I gotta say. Straight plain. I'm not beating around the bush for nobody. That's what it is. So there. Y'all like to say white people don't age well, et cetera, et cetera. Lies. Look, Nourishe, Kristin. Here we give them angles, girl. Yes. Her tats are not faded. They're looking immaculate. Okay, within, without. All right. So
and all the fruit. Like, gotta give some cred to the fruit.
Absolutely. The fruit, definitely the fruit. But I'm so excited to try everything. Let everyone know where they can purchase your products, where they can get in contact to get more products, to just have this be a part of their lifestyle. Because as you said, it takes about, I don't want to say 5 weeks, but for those cells to fully adapt to be like, we are this now. So
I tell everybody 5 weeks, but I really love when I'll get a text like 3 days later and people are like, no way, my skin's different. Like, this is unbelievable. So it's possible, whatever you believe, like your skin, as soon as you start giving it the nutrients that it needs, without water as an ingredient, without glycerin as an ingredient, without aloe vera gel as an ingredient, without preservatives, without all the stuff that inhibits, skin's an oily organ. It wants all these plants and all these natural oils for it to expel waste and to take in nutrients. As soon as you start doing that for your skin loves it. For people that are transitioning from a very synthetic skincare routine to natural, the new moon is the best moon to introduce a new program. energetically, that is the new energy that we're putting into our life. So that's always a good recommendation that I like to throw out there. Doesn't mean you have to wait for the new moon if you get your products,
But it's helpful.
If it happens to be, that's a fantastic time. You can get your products on Nourishe.co. So that's Nourishe.co. Bam. Nourishe.co. And let's do like a giveaway. Let's give away one of your contestants one of your listeners can win your entire skincare routine. And then let's give away the Cacao Hydra Mask, Midday
You are
Floral
like giving
Spray,
life for them today.
and Nectar of Life. So then let's pick like 10 other people that can win those 3 products.
Okay.
So
we said the Nectar of Life,
Cacao Hydra Mask, and Midday Floral Spray to 10 people.
Floral Spray. I want to make sure, so we have it, Nectar of Life, Cacao Floral Spray, and what was the third one you said?
Cacao Hydra Mask, Midday Floral Spray.
Yes.
You kind of mix those 2 together.
Oh.
Yeah. No worries. They go together, so it's perfect. They actually, they go together really nicely. So it
works perfect.
Yes.
Okay. 10 people.
So for 10 people, let's give them away those 3 products. And then for one person, like let's have one winner win your like whole skincare routine. So we'll send them like everything that they need.
Let's do it. So how do we want to go about this?
So when you air this, you'll post it on your page, right? You'll post it on your social media. So maybe if they tag, if they tag 3 friends and they write a comment and they follow Nourishe, we'll put every single person that does that, we'll put it into, we can put it into one of those programs where you randomly pick the names. So we'll pick 11 winners.
Yes.
Yeah. So just everybody do it. And that's so awesome.
Can I say tag 3 friends, comment, eat fruit, and mind your business. So your comment must say,
while you're eating fruit.
That part.
While you're eating fruit.
Eat fruit and mind your business.
Yep.
I'm just picturing your comment section with all this eat fruit, mind your business. I love it.
And tell us what fruit you're eating.
Yes.
This
Perfect.
is great. This is not ridiculous. This is
not at all.
No, this is so on.
All right, guys. So for those of you listening, but those of you watching knows what's going on. So when this drops on Saturday, it will be this Saturday. I'm going to let everyone know. We're going to tag 3 friends. You have to be following Nourishe, and you have to comment, eat fruit, mind your business, and what fruit you are eating. And you will be put into a draw, and we will choose 11 winners. 10 people will be receiving the Nectar of Life, the Cacao Hydra Mask, and the
Midday Floral Spray.
Thank you. Midday Floral Spray. So I don't have it in front of me. So I was like, Midday Floral Spray. And one winner will be winning an entire skincare routine.
Everything.
Like, does Ipsy do this? Does Mac do this? And these are all things that are top tier from the earth. Having your pH balance intact, the things them good up. And yes. I have to throw my patois there.
We are so fruity and fabulous.
I love that. Fruity and fabulous. Yes. One of my girls, she loves to say, you a fine apple, because the emoji we use for eat fruit, mind your business is a pineapple. So she's like, you a fine apple. So there you go.
You a fine apple. I love it. Let's pineapple together.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Kristin Bauer, you have been so amazing, guys. You have gotten to learn, be educated on so much more fruit than this is like a triaxle truck full of fruit. This is more than just a basket of fruit that you got today. I am beyond grateful and blessed. I can't wait to play this back, to just write down everything and really implement it and just learn more and extend our life and become more amazing as we become more amazing. And I want to thank you so much, Kristin, just for giving of yourself, being so authentic, letting like just your beautiful aura, like, and everything just seep through. Like, people, you know, you really learn a lot about people, and they show themselves more, especially when you get to like talk to them. They think like, unless you're a super amazing actor, you know, but this is her. Like, she's literally exuding this. The more I get to talk to people, it's either you get uglier or more beautiful to me, and you are like beaming with beauty. Love everything. You guys make sure to support this queen. I'm so excited for this contest. This is the first ever Downtown World contest we've ever, like, Nourishe, we've ever had, that's ever been like prompted in an interview like this. So guys, this is like blessings. These are things that's showing you don't waste no time with negativity. Eat fruit, mind your business. Attract those things. Manifestation, good manifestation, because we don't want to take account. We don't want to take account when we're attracting the bad things into our life, but be sure to attract the good things and support this queen, period. So I would like, since you're familiar with Toronto, I'm not sure if you're from, if you remember the show back in the day, Speaker's Corner.
I don't know it.
So Speaker's Corner back in the day, it was basically like a Bell telephone booth kind of set up downtown, and people could just go in there and say anything, and it would be televised on TV. I know, really wild times. So people might have just gotten breaking up with someone, random songs. It was just anything that you want to get. It was Speaker's Corner, like anything you want to get off your chest. It doesn't even have to be related. So Kristin, I love to just give my guests that opportunity where before we go, anything, it doesn't have to be related, a PSA, anything that's just been on your chest that you're like, the world needs to know this, I need to say this needs to be shared. What is your Speaker's Corner today, your Downtown World Speaker's Corner?
Okay. I think it would be like, one of the things that I teach is redefine beauty, which is this idea that beauty isn't just like your hair, your skin, your clothes, like your nose size, your butt, all these things. Like, beauty is this inner radiance that, you know, you just said it a minute ago, which is why like this is perfect. You talk to people and they either get uglier or they get more radiant. And I would love people to, like, tomorrow, you know, spend the entire day walking around being beautiful. Like, if you were beautiful and radiant and magnificent, which we all are, so let's say
Yes.
if, so because you are, like, how would you smile at people on the street? Like, how would you, you know, just like be grateful to the cashier ringing you up at the grocery store? How would you speak on the phone? How would you take a moment to notice other beauty? So like, tomorrow, be beautiful all day, just from the inside out. Be radiant, be beautiful, attract more beauty into your life, share beauty with everyone around you, share beauty with the world.
Yeah.
And just imagine that your footsteps left this beautiful luminescent trail of beauty in your wake. And do that all day tomorrow. Be beauty.
Be beauty. I love it. I love you, Queen. I cannot wait for everything. Like, this is definitely not going to be the last time we're speaking, and we'll be in contact after this. So I want to say, guys, thank you so much again for just coming, joining this family, being a part of this, and just being on this journey of becoming better queens, becoming more aligned with our divine selves, our true queen, crown kings. We deserve it. We deserve it. You deserve it. So this has been another week's episode, Downtown World. Don't waste no time with negativity. We ate fruit, minded our business. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and let's go. Let's nourish our life.
Thanks, girlfriend.
No problem.
About to go downtown.